Join Dalton and Jacob as they discuss the ever-changing world of trading card games. TCG Buzz starts now.
What's up, Buzz Squad? It's your boy Dalton, back at it again with some fan cards with the ginger.
We are only a week and 2 hours late.
And who's to blame?
The weather, pathogens, and Bushiroad for releasing irregulars list, which pushed this stream back.
So in other words, it's your fault.
So that's right, guys. We are going to be talking about all the fan cards that you guys submitted to us for the game of Y Schwartz.
What?
And by Y Schwartz, of course, I mean Buddyfight.
I don't like where this is going. I really don't. So, Jacob, since you're the only one with the list...
I am the only one with the list, so that means while I'm reading the cards, I'm probably going to have it on Dalton. That way you guys don't have to look at.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, but is there anything else you want to say to the people before we get into this list?
I have 2 things, actually.
All right, say them.
No, 3 things. 1, sorry it took so long. 2, we do have Super Chats enabled. Not sure if we have any funky gimmick this time, or if you guys are just hyped for fan cards and want us to do one that isn't forever late. We do have Super Chat enabled, so you can send us messages and all that stuff, and you help support the show. For travel to different events, we're still looking into what event we might go to, whether it be Atlanta or one of the other ones, or we just take a relaxing vacation to Saskatchewan. Also, for helping buy product for the channel, that kind of stuff, or, equipment, all that jazz. And third, tomorrow, we will be launching our Patreon. It's technically live, but you guys will never find it already. But tomorrow's the official launch date for our Patreon. So if you're interested in that, we've got some cool rewards. We'll go over them another time for you guys. But there's some cool stuff, right?
Oh, of course there's some cool stuff.
Including, like, getting a special icon on our Discord server and junk.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But there's something more important that we should finally get into. We need that list, my guy.
No. I thought we talked about this. We're going to delay and only do, like, self-promoting stuff throughout the entire live stream, then end it without talking about a single fan card. That was the deal.
Sir, I'm looking at my contract right now. That was not stated in that contract.
Oh, you have a contract?
Yeah, you see? This is Magic Gaga deck.
That's your contract?
But come on, let's get
all right.
Let's get into
no
this,
more
man.
delaying. The people have waited long enough. We're going to move into the first one, and I am going to have to scroll down to the bottom because I failed to optimize my list. So the name of the person's at the bottom, which was kind of stupid of me. So this first one is from Nina Bobina Brown.
That name sounds familiar.
Not to me.
Oh, okay.
All right, so it says, this is the description for it. Deep within the depths of Legend World, throughout the vast lands of the ground, harbors the root of all life, and the rulers of the world, the sea. And in the sea, just like its fiery opposite, it not only has the power to create, but the power to destroy. In this power, it takes the form of a song that holds no words, yet speaks to your heart. A song with no drum, that yet makes your body move. To the beat. Can you hear it? Of course you can't. What? You're drowning. Okay. In the Song of the Sea, sung by the Deaf Maidens, the time period of this deck would be around 100 Demons versus Triple D era, not currently. The deck centers around the set spell Inevitable Rhapsody that deals damage at the end of the attack phase for each card in its soul. And that soul is filled by your opponent's attacks on monsters.
That's a backstory, man.
That is, and I tried to give it as epic reading of a thing I can, but I'm still kind of sick, so like I couldn't get my voice as deep as I wanted.
Here we go again. Jacob's sick. We got to push back the live stream.
I'm recovering, guys. I'm trying. All right, so what do you think of the core concept before we get into specific cards?
So it surrounds around a set spell. Which is cool. It's in Legend World. Right? It's Legend World?
Yes.
Legend World. I like blinked out in like 1 second. I heard attacks from monsters, and I wasn't sure which one. Was it your own monsters during
the opponents?
The opponent.
Fill up the souls of the set spell to deal more burn damage. It's like a poison mist formation on crack.
True. Does it state where the souls come from?
Not yet.
No? Okay. Well, is there more?
There are cards to go over, and I'm sure one of them is going to be that card.
Well, so far, it sounds pretty lit.
All right, so our first card is a monster card. Song of Discourse, Calamus. It's a size 1 with 5,000 power, 2,000 defense, and 2 critical. Legend World, Depth Maiden. I do notice those are really good stats. That's above vanilla for stats. I'm not sure if Legend World stats got bumped up, with all the power creep recently, but as far as I know, they're still 5.2.1 vanilla stats, so this is above that already, which I find interesting. When your opponent's monster would attack, you may pay 1 gauge and discard a card from your hand. If you do, for this battle, nullify the abilities of the attacking monster, and this card cannot leave the field until the end of that battle. Counterattack.
Interesting. So obviously you have the typical Legend World discard, which is nice. So all duels for days.
All duels for days would be super good with that.
Nullifies the abilities till the end of battle. And this card can't leave until end of battle. Yeah. That's the weird piece to it.
Yeah, it is a bit weird with the wording on it, but I'm sure they can refine it to make it a little more bushy in the wording,
Otherwise, I think it's fairly solid,
It's interesting seeing a size 1 that can wall. 1, we don't
in a sense
very many of those. And 2, it's not only a size 1 that walls, it's a size 1 that walls with aggro stats. So its counterattack ability is better used. It's a pretty cool card.
Yeah.
You ready for card number 2?
Sure, man. Let's see it.
Inevitable Rhapsody. Spell, Legend World, Depth Maiden Destruction. So this is the card the deck focuses on. Set, pay 2 gauge. Depth Maiden on your field cannot be destroyed or returned to hand by your opponent's card effects. When a...
Whoa. I got to stop you right there. Right, they said in their little description that this was going to be during the 100 era, right?
Yes.
That's too busted.
I mean...
Just from right there, that card's too busted. Since that's an ace-type mechanic right there. And by that, I mean that's where we got most of those from. So it seems a little too busted for 100.
Well, let's see what the rest of the card looks like.
Okay.
So, when a Depth Maiden monster on your field engages in battle, the wording on that's a little weird for Bushiroad stuff, but I get what they're trying to say. Put the top card of your deck into this card's soul. So whenever one of your Depth Maidens participates in the battle, it gains a soul. At the end of your opponent's attack phase, you gain 1 life for each card in this card's soul, and deal 1 damage to your opponent. Now, is that 1 damage only or 1 damage per? It sounded from the original description that it was supposed to be 1 damage per, but this is currently the way.
And that's Rhapsody, right?
Only 1. Yes.
Obviously, yes, because I think you said it gains life for each card and deals a damage, right?
Yes.
So it would still be for each card in soul. If it didn't have the life gain, I think it would be fine to an extent, obviously. Just the life gain on top of dealing your opponent a damage, I feel like is too overpowered.
I'm going to say, I think the person who wrote this out, adding the fact that this should be considered as a 100 or triple D deck really goes against it. Because if I placed it at that point already, without even looking at their third card or anything, extremely broken.
You wouldn't.
Now, I think it would be a pretty cool archetype.
Yeah, for Ace, definitely. For Ace, definitely, it'd be a fantastic archetype. But for 100, it is far too overpowered as of right now. But there's still like, what, two more cards, right?
Yeah, one more.
One more? All right, let's hear this one.
I did notice one problem with the card, actually.
What's
now
that?
that I think about it. It has that protection effect, right?
Mm-hmm.
The problem with that is it includes itself.
What's wrong with that?
That's a little too powerful, I think. You know, a set spell that has burn damage and stacks things and protects itself seems a little too good. So maybe if the Death Maidens cannot be destroyed or bounced thing was only for the monsters.
You see this is why. For 100, yes, but if we look at Ace, and with Curse of Sentence coming out, it technically protects itself. The only way to get rid of it is with Chest Break. And then the item comes along and then just protects it harder. If you know what I'm saying.
Speaking of items, the next card's an item. So it's called Atlantic Harp. Legend World. Item. Depth Maiden. Weapon. So, excuse me, I have to clear my throat a little. Still a little phlegmy, guys. Pay 1 life. At the start of your opponent's attack phase, choose a monster on your opponent's field and a monster on your field. And that card must battle... Okay, that phrase does not work. And those cards must battle during this attack phase.
Sounds like Deadly Eyes.
That's exactly what it's trying to be, but really, really awkwardly worded.
And again, overpowered for 100. Like, super overpowered. If that, just based off of those 3 cards right there, right? This deck would probably be topping every single event. It would be in top 8 in all slots. For what? The two events technically for 100 in a sense that they would get.
I mean,
maybe
as a
further.
triple D deck, this deck would be extremely broken.
Mm.
Now, fix up the wording
And also think about that. You'd also have Gambit at 4. So if you can somehow mix that in there.
Sure, why not?
And it's not once per turn. Oof.
I mean, you could play this in X format with 4 of Obstruct.
Oof. Just oof.
Yeah, it's pretty strong. Even now, even in current Ace format, just seeing those 3 cards, it would be a very powerful archetype. Would it be meta relevant as is?
In 100 or
No,
now?
current now.
Maybe. It's hard. It's really hard to
tier
judge.
2, tier 3, I'd say.
It's really hard to say just with the 3 cards because who knows? There might be other cards in the archetype that would utterly break it.
Are we ready for the next response?
The next response, yeah.
Yep, we are moving on to item number 2, person number 2's. So this is from the secret 9th member of TCG Buzz, Roxas.
Wait. Let me do the math real quick. Me, you, Bryce, Darian, Christian, you got Roderick, Tanner, you got Will, you got Gavin, Jackie. It would be 11th, actually.
Gotcha. No, you gotta count you, too. Shoutouts to you, who has not been in one of our videos for over 2 years.
Yeah, shout out to you.
Also, Roxas says, I have a section on the forum for people to shout out to something they do. If they, make content for something, maybe YouTube videos, or if they make
blogs or
blog,
something,
or they do art or anything like that. And Roxas wants me to, it specifically says, help me stop being lazy about Buddy Relevant. Please, for the love of God. Buddy Relevant's his blog he does. That's pretty cool. It's like taking an old archetype from Buddyfight and like creating new cards for it, to like fan cards for it, to make the deck relevant in the current meta. It's a cool concept and fits well with this. If you're into what we're doing right now, you'd probably like it. So that's why I'm going to challenge Roxas. Roxas, I'm going to give you a terrible ultimatum. Give us a new article on Buddy Relevant within the next week, or we will never do another fan cards episode.
Wow.
Yep. I'm holding you to it. You told me to make sure you got one done and weren't lazy. There's your incentive.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Just wow.
All right, so here's the
So
actual...
you're going to make that contract for me too, or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Here's the actual text. Roxas, let's see. Roxas has been trying to hype me up on this archetype without telling me anything about it. Said only submitted one archetype this time, and it's the best one. So
Okay.
So you
Okay,
can
is it
grade
MATs?
that. It is called MATs. Actually, it's MDTs.
What does the D stand
Dalton. It stands for Musical Dragon Troop. Musical Dragon Troop focuses on gaining as much attacks for their size 2 or higher monsters as possible and gaining spirit counters. These spirit counters are considered a third resource for the deck for offensive and defensive purposes.
Third resource?
And gauge, life, and then
hands, though.
Oh,
So wouldn't it be fourth resource?
yeah, I'd say so. Yeah. For the deck for technically graveyard could be fifth resource. So,
But we don't have anything with that yet, so.
for the where did I go? They act as a third resource for the deck for offensive and defensive purposes, and is either used for effects or the number of spirit counters in possession triggers effects. So we've never had a directly counter-based deck in Buddyfight before. Usually you have like soul counting, which kind of serves that purpose, but never with physical actual counters.
Right. So it could be interesting to see where it goes here. But let's get into some cards here, This musical dragon troop.
All right. Our first one is a monster. It is a size 2. A soul beat dragon. You like the name?
Yeah, man, it reminds me of jazz.
You like jazz? It's a size 2, 7,000 power, 2 critical, 4,000 defense. Typical stats. Nothing crazy. And it is a musical dragon troop. And from Dragon World. I don't know why. I thought this would be a Magic World archetype.
Same. And now I'm really concerned.
Yeah, I seriously, I was like, oh, I just like instinctively filled in the blank that it would be Magic World. Maybe because Magic World's got all the musical stuff,
There's that, and the fact that it's going to be more, you have counters that would inherently be counter-based. So, Magic World. But now I'm very concerned that it's in Dragon World.
All right, so here's flavor text for it. A soul lost to the chaos. That is chaos with a capital C, so maybe the chaos? I don't think it's a chaos card, though.
Interesting.
Now, resounding lead guitarist to his own band of misfits and rejects.
This sounds like Mystic Knights.
It does sound like Mystic Knights a bit, but
We'll see where it gets at.
Yep. So, pay 1 gauge. This card cannot be destroyed by card effects. Pay 1 gauge for its call cost. First ability cannot be destroyed by card.
Oh, okay. I was
Yeah.
concerned there.
I realized I phrased that a little weird. When a musical dragon troop on your field attacks, gain 1 spirit counter. So do you gain the spirit counter? Does the monster gain it? I'm a little confused.
It doesn't say.
No. It just says gain 1. So I'm guessing it's probably you, but that might need to be explained a little. Let's see. Counteract.
Hey, Jacob, I'm going to stop you there. I think you skipped something.
What did I skip?
Because Roxas is saying that's the item that you're reading over.
Oh my gosh. You're right. I messed up. I'm sorry. We'll redo that. So back to the actual text. This is what happens when you don't prep before and you're just reading it off of your actual forum instead of curating them into
back
lists.
to Full Beat Dragon.
We just got a little teaser into the future, huh? So call cost. Put the top card of your deck into this card's soul and pay 1 gauge. When this card attacks, deal 1 damage to your opponent and gain 1 life. When this card, by the effects of your cards, draw what?
Here. Give me a phone.
Again.
Top card if you deck in this card, soul and pay 1 gauge. When this card attacks, deal 1 damage to your opponent and gain 1 life. Whatever BR means. When this card stands, By the effect of your cards,
Oh, it
draw one
stands.
card. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know what symbol was being used for that. I guess that makes sense.
Draw one card, double attack. I'm trying to figure out what BR is, though.
That's just a page break.
Oh.
Formatting.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Roxas leaves the formatting in for his cards. Thanks. Okay, so when it restands, you gain a life. When it restands, draw one card. Dear God.
Is that really messing you up that bad?
Yes. When it attacks, you burn one, gain a life. Okay, and it's got double attack soul guard. That was way too hard to get through. I'm sorry. On a
So it
size
doesn't give
2.
itself counter? The counters?
No, it does not.
Okay.
All right, so second card's the item, the one that I half read before. It is called Muzzword Charvel. Charvel? Yes. Item. 6,000 power, 2 crit, Dragon World, musical dragon troop. Hooray.
Hooray. What's the hooray?
Flavor. Are you ready for flavor?
Oh, there's flavor.
Yeah.
There's flavor text for the.
Yeah,
what?
I read the correct flavor for the last one.
Oh,
So, a sword that is shaped in the design of a human-made guitar. As opposed to like a robot-made guitar?
Oh, Muse sword.
Huh.
It's supposed to be a pun on Muse and sword.
Oh. It is made to be held to sing its music, and its sword is made to destroy all who cannot hear redemption. That is edgy AF. I like it.
I'm blanking on her name now. Oh God. ECM player.
I don't know. I don't watch the anime.
Dang it. If you guys know, let me know out in chat. I'm watching it.
Pay 1 gauge. This card cannot be destroyed by your card effects. When a musical dragon troop on your field attacks, gain 1 spirit counter. Counteract. You may pay 2 spirit counters if you do stand a musical dragon troop on your field. When you have 3 or more spirit counters, this card gets double attack. All right, so I'm very afraid that its restand ability is not once per turn.
Yeah.
Other than that,
It's X era, man. There's no one
Uh-oh.
turn.
uh-oh.
No, the Imperial Corpse player.
What about her?
Eden. There we go. There we go. I figured out the name. Don't worry about it. The flavor text reminded me of Eden. That's why.
Oh, okay. Card number 3. Name, Stage Muse Dragon. Size 1, Monster. Power, 3,000. Critical, 2,000. Defense, 1,000. Dragon World, Musical Dragon Troop. This is our stage now.
The monster?
Yeah.
Is that its ability?
The flavor text is this is our stage now.
Oh, okay.
Yep. When this card enters the field, you may discard a hand card or pay 2 spirit counters. If you do, search your deck for up to 1 spell with set from your deck and put it into your hand. Shuffle your deck afterwards.
But would you really need that effect, though? Especially with Heaven Sunshine? No, not Heaven Sunshine. What is it? The item searcher for Guardians? That set spell searcher?
Ooh, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Because I don't believe Roxas gave us a definite time period that this would be a part of.
I'd assume now.
So, yeah. Would it be needed?
That's also a good question. It might be good just because you've got the alternate cost to it of just paying the spirit counters, but it depends on how easy they are to generate.
The other one is cast.
Right, but you're losing a card from hand, whereas this, you're technically not.
It is ace.
Yeah. Okay, so what do you think overall?
It's interesting, It seems like a cool mechanic.
We should be rating these like we did last time.
First one, 2 OP, please nerf.
I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. This one?
This one you're giving a 6 out of 10?
No, the first one I gave a 6 out of 10.
Oh, so for me, it would probably be a 2 because it would need to get rebalanced just because you said it's for 100.
Okay, and this one?
I'm getting there.
Okay.
I'm getting there. But I was going to bring my thoughts first.
Oh, yeah.
Because we haven't done that. It's a really cool mechanic. It doesn't seem like it was going where I thought it was going to go, where you can potentially use the counters to counter things. You know, there might be cards that Roxas has in his arsenal that do that. It does seem really fun. I low-key kind of just want to make these cards and maybe just test them out, see how they would play against ace decks.
Huh.
You know, maybe print off some proxies, Jacob.
Maybe. Someone should make art for them, though. That'd make it cool. I am going to give it a 7 out of 10 because I like counters. I always have in card games, and Buddyfight really hasn't done anything with them, you know, besides with soul counting cards.
Right.
So yeah, that would be cool to have implemented, even if it's just for one deck.
I think I'd have to give it a 7.5 because it'd be really fun. And, you know, maybe I'll have to check out the rest of the cards because I know Roxas has a plethora in his back pocket ready to be shared with the world.
All right. So our next one is by Kozina. Kozina. It's Cozyna. Kozina?
I have to look at it. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right.
Kozina? Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Like cozy.
Yeah. So let me see. I just skimmed through the first sentence and I'm already telling you it's a 10 out of 10.
Cool.
What is Jacob's favorite type of archetype thing that he always recommends for a card game?
I don't know.
Food. All right, let's go. So we have Gourmet, a dungeon world archetype based on making food for your giant monsters. Its monsters are chubby dungeon enemies, chefs, and your weapons are kitchenware. I love this so much already.
If there's not a SpongeBob card, I swear.
Yes, I can confirm. All right, so our first card. Okay, hang on. I'm trying to figure this out. Because the one problem with this first card is it doesn't list what type of card it is. I think it's a spell.
Let me see.
I'm pretty sure it's a spell. Yeah, it's a spell. It just doesn't say it. Oh, no, it does. It totally does. It says it right on the freaking card. I just missed the word. I'm doing a good job at this, guys. So it is grenade fruit salad. Dungeon World spell. Gourmet/food. Put this card into the soul of a gourmet monster on your field. If you do, put the top card of your deck into your gauge. Second ability. Gourmet monsters with this card in its soul gain counterattack.
Ooh, okay. Okay.
Best part is the name. I love it.
It's all gourmand.
I want to see the art.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Next card. Oh my gosh, the names get better.
Oh, no.
Okay. So, this is sample card number 2. Holy Saucepan of Titani Mountain.
Holy saucepan!
Dungeon World item. Gourmet, 3,000 power, 1 critical. Pay 1 gauge. This card can attack even if there's a gourmet monster on your center. Counteract. Drop a hand card. If you do, gain 1 life and search your deck for a food spell and cast it without paying its cast
Did
cost.
I hear band?
Then shuffle your deck once per turn. If you have a gourmet with 5 or more cards in its soul, all cards on your field get plus 10,000 power.
The fact that it's once per turn for the whole discard and cast a spell from deck, I think
It is also
makes it better,
limited. Does it just say any spell? It has to be a food spell.
but it could still be too broken depending on what other food spells we
I
have.
think I might feel a little better about it, not knowing the other cards in the archetype, if it just added it to hand instead of instantly casting it. Maybe.
But it makes sense because you're countering anyway.
Right.
But then again, it would make it bust because you can be like, say they get a nice one clone. That's not a counter spell.
Just be glad it's not in Legend World, which has Aldwall.
That's not a spell.
No, but you discard the Aldwall for its skill.
Oh.
Oh. Too much plussing there.
Not enough plus.
All right.
Please plus.
Card number 3. Gluttony King Rexjaw the Third. Dungeon World monster, size 3, gourmet, demon lord, dungeon enemy.
Not construct, huh?
Nope, but it is a demon lord, which demon lords have good support.
It's not construct, huh?
Dalton's triggered. 6,000 power, 3 critical, 6,000 defense. Cast cost. Pay 3 gauge and put 2 food from your drop zone into this card's soul. If this card has 5 or more cards in its soul, it gains plus 3,000 power, plus 2 critical, and plus 3,000 defense.
Limited to 1.
If it has 8 or more, it also gains triple attack.
Banned.
Really? You think so? I mean, that would only make it a 9
Plus the item.
959 triple attacker.
I'll say this again. Banned.
I don't think it's that good. Second skill. When a monster on your opponent's field is destroyed, put the top card of your deck into this card's soul and gain 1 life. Soul Guard Penetrate.
Can I mention banned? Please ban.
I think you're overreacting, but it is a pretty good boss card.
2 OP, please nerf.
I would not go that far.
Errata. Where's my errata?
All right, so straight up, I like this archetype a lot, and it power balance-wise, to me, seems pretty good, where you do still have some setup required for stuff, but it can hit like a tank once you're there. The toolboxing scares me a little bit with how quickly you might be able to get it set up, but I think it could be meta-relevant with and be better than our current dungeon deck, Folktale, without being broken. I also really like its theme and the name, so it gets a 10 out of 10 for me.
As long as there's a chicken nugget card, I will give this archetype a pass. Because you need chicken nuggets, man. You just need them. It could be a size 0. It would work.
All right, then. Are you ready for the next card?
I never rated it, man. What are you talking?
Give us a real rating.
I'd give it a 6.5.
All right.
It seems fair and balanced.
You ready for the next one?
Yeah.
I'm scrolling down my list to the name. This is from Vulcan. Oh, boy. 10 plus 30 times 2, so that'd be 60, 70?
What?
It includes an equation.
70, yeah.
Yeah, 70 would be the correct answer. Why are you making us do math, bro?
Quick math.
Thanks, Vulcan, for, I'm sure it'll be a great submission. Let's see. Oh, that's why.
It's a math-based archetype.
It is.
Boo shakalaka.
Math magicians.
Continue.
Math magicians are wizards with the power to control Buddyfight with the power of numbers. Turn your opponent's high stats on them by swapping numbers around.
Oh, please continue. Please continue.
All right. So we're going to start off with Arithmetic Sage Cyrus. Magic World, size 2. Math Magician Wizard, 4,000 power, 2 critical, 4,000 defense. Cost, put the top card of your deck into this card's soul and pay 2 gauge. Counteract, pay 1 gauge and choose a monster item on your field. If you do, choose another monster item on the field. And for this turn, swap the first card's power or defense with this other card's power or defense. You may swap power with power. This is in parentheses. You may swap power with power, defense with defense, and power with defense, and vice versa. That's a mouthful. When you cast a Math Magician spell, you gain 1 life.
That's a nice Osmodai Omnilord you got there. It'd be a shame if I were to take its stats.
No. Hear me out. Your opponent's playing Hagakugan Yamigeto.
Oh, you just want like the million
Take
defense.
their million power and make it your defense.
What is immortal to a god?
When you cast a Math Magician spell, you gain 1 life, put the top card of your deck into your gauge, and draw a card once per turn. Soul Guard. I am kind of hesitant to see easy once per turn Dragon Emperor Legends on a monster.
You're hesitant for a once per turn Dragon Emperor Legend.
Yes, because it's not like on attack or anything. It's just a trigger of casting a spell. You know, like Blade Wing can
let me say something here. So you think the way that Ace is doing it right now, right? Even though you're not getting the life all the time,
yeah,
with their gauge and draw, because that's the most important thing about the Dragon Emperor Legend, right?
yeah.
On enter is fair.
No, it's still broken.
This one's perfectly fine. You can't gambit and do it some more.
It is not a named ability, so you could gambit and do it some more.
Oof, never mind.
All right, so mathematics staff ruler. It's a freaking ruler, man.
Sometimes you just gotta smack some sense into the kids.
Magic World item, mathematician / weapon, 0 power, 1 critical. Pay 1 gauge. At the start of each battle phase, they're actually technically called attack phases.
Who cares?
I know. At the start of each battle phase, if you have another mathematician on the field, choose an item or monster on your opponent's field, and then do one of the following. For this turn, swap that card's critical with this card's critical. For this turn, swap that card's power or defense with this card's power, or gain life equal to that card's critical times 2.
I love it.
I would cut that last ability. Other than that, you're looking good, because that is like your opponent plays 8 crit Timmy card from Lost World. Congrats, you just for free every single turn gain 16 life. You know, we don't need more Link Dragon 5 life counters.
What's wrong with that? We are in Ace now. We don't care.
Shout out to
Life means
Master
nothing.
Will 3 and his hate for Hara Hara. No, but really, that card is so cool of a card, but I would totally axe that last ability. First of all, the more abilities you have, the better the card's going to be, and I think the first 2 are powerful enough on their own.
I love this archetype. I want this in a real Buddyfight. What do you think?
I think I'm ready for sample card number 3.
Oh.
Size up! Exclamation mark.
Size up.
Magic World spell. It's Magic World. Of course we need a spell in there, right?
Of course.
You may only cast this card if you have a Math Magician on the field. Pay 1 gauge. Counter. Choose a monster on the field, and the following happens. You may cast Size Up once per turn. If that monster is a size 3 or greater, it cannot attack this turn. If that monster is size 2 or less, for this turn it gains size +1. If that monster's size is lost... That's kind of weird.
I think it's just referencing Lost World.
Yes, I've never heard that wording, though, before, so it threw me off, you know? For this turn, it gains... Wait. No, sorry, I skipped a sentence. It and all its souls are removed from the game.
Is that for the size 2 or less?
No, for the lost. If it's basically, if it doesn't have a size, it gets thrown into Buddyfight's non-existent exile zone.
Wait. What would be a cool math term for it? Let's call it pre-calc. Thrown into pre-calc.
I like this card less than I like the other 2.
Dude, it's baller. It introduces banishing, which would be cool. Or exiling or whatever. I like it. Come on, you know you like it. You know you do.
Okay, so I think this is a very fun archetype. Probably not super competitive as it is, you know. But sometimes you don't want to be competitive and you just want to have a ton of fun. And I think that's where this archetype is going to go well.
Just want to give you quick math, So what do you rate it? What do you rate it?
I'm going to rate it a 7 because I do think some of the cards still get a little wordy in their explanations. And that's going to make players' eyes glaze over, you know?
Okay.
So streamline the wording a little bit and it gets a higher rating.
So out of 10, I'm going to give it, in parentheses, 1 plus 4 close parentheses times 2.
That means 10.
I
All right,
love
thanks
it.
for that very fun archetype. So next, we are halfway done only.
Okay.
Okay. So next is from Vento Aureo. Aureo, A-U-R-E-O.
I have to look at it. I'm a visual person. I want to say Oreo. That's the funny part. I look at it. I know it's not Oreo, but I want to say Oreo.
I believe we've
Aurelio?
The name sounds familiar. I think they've sent us some before, but I'm not certain. So
Let us know if you're in chat.
Yeah, that would be cool. So let's see what they've got for us. Okay. So.
Oh, I see. It's a JoJo reference.
I just got that. I just got. Thanks. Sky dragons are the elusive figures of Dragon World, watching over the skies under the guidance of their king. When they descend, a furious wave of winds shall be unleashed upon the opponent.
Then explain Blue Sky Knights.
I'm just imagining Blue Sky Knights with the meme going, "Am I a joke to you?"
No, Sky Dragons. Is this a Blue Sky Knight? Oh, perfect.
All right, it's still very cool though.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Blue Sky Knights did it first.
So the first card is called Sky Cavalry General Jade Eagle. Cool name. Dragon World size 2, Sky Dragon, 6/6, pay 1 gauge, counteract, Jade Eagle Dive. Call this monster from your hand by paying its call cost. You may only use this once per turn. When this card enters the field, choose 1. For this turn, this card gains double attack and penetrate. Or, the other one, put a Sky Dragon from your drop zone into this card's soul, and this card gains Soul Guard until it leaves the field.
I'm sorry, I dozed off because I was overthinking Jade Eagle. For some reason, I'm trying to think if it had some historic reference at all. Do you want to repeat that?
You counter call it.
Yeah.
Then it gains, when it enters the field, it gains either double strike and penetrate, or you put a Sky Dragon from your drop
Double
into
strike.
its soul.
A new ability,
Sorry,
huh?
double attack. And then give it Soul Guard until it leaves the field, which, interestingly enough, under its current ruling, that means if you activate Soul Guard, it loses Soul Guard.
Which works, right?
Yeah, it would actually work in a very interesting roundabout way.
Cool. Yeah. Sounds fun so far.
Yeah, so second Sky Kingdom Sphere. Cielance? Cialis? Your attempt.
Silence? I don't know. It's a play on words with Lance and something else.
So, it is a Dragon World item, Sky Dragon, 4,000 power, 2 crit, pay 1 gauge. When this card enters the field, for this turn, all your Sky Dragon gain plus 2,000 power and plus 2,000 defense. When a Sky Dragon enters the field, draw a card and gain 1 life. This ability activates once per turn.
Okay.
Pretty reasonable, honestly.
Mhm.
Not broken, but good.
Just fair enough. Fair enough.
Sky Dragon King Ciel Long. Same Ciel. I wish I knew how to pronounce that. And then the word long. So
Yelong?
Ciel Long. I'm assuming it's like a long Chinese dragon then, just by the name.
Seellong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dragon World, size 3, Sky Dragon, 7/7. Cost, return a size 1 or greater Sky Dragon from your field to your hand. Put a hand card into this card's soul and pay 3 gauge.
Okay.
Counteract, return a Sky Dragon monster on your field to your hand and pay this monster's cost. If you do, call this monster. So you have to activate the ability from hand and then bounce 2 to do it.
I like it because it's going to be more of a defensive card, in my opinion.
So it's like a skies in your hand, built into his cost.
Yeah, something like that.
And then let's see. Pay this monster's cost. If you do, call this monster. When this card enters the field, return all cards on the opponent's field to the hand. Triple attack Soul Guard. Reasonable, honestly.
Not bad.
My question is, what do you do if Sharpness field?
Chest break. That's my answer. It's chest break.
Really
Otherwise,
cool archetype,
scoop.
though. I like it.
Yeah, it's fun.
I will say that just from the 3 cards we've seen, play style wise, we don't get all that much from it besides the bouncing, right, and the counter calling, which is fine, but it's not super unique, right?
It sounds a little EC-esque, but it seems like their counter calling is probably going to be done during their turn and be more offensive, but could still be defensive at the same time. And the whole bouncing thing is only really limited to like one thing in ECs. So
Also, I still only think of Blue Sky Knights.
of course, Blue Sky Knight's Systemic Dagger bait.
I'm going to give it a 6.5 for myself.
I gotta remember stats of a card real quick. We'll give it a 6 as well. I'm pretty sure I got that wrong. It might actually be a 7 if you add up all of Blue Sky Knight. No, come on, Dalton, you should know this. You were the Systemic Dagger guy. It doesn't matter. 6 or 7.
6 or 7? So 6.5 like me?
No, 6 or 7. There is no half for this one.
Ah, I see. Okay. Are you ready to move on to the next one?
Yeah, let's do it.
We're on number 6
6 a room.
out of 10. So this one's from the DBR, and I have one problem with it, and that is that in that
It's Buddy Tubers.
in that area I put for you to pitch to something, he literally just put a link. So now I have to like click on the link.
I guarantee you it's to their channel.
It might be, but what if it's just a Rickroll?
Get trolled.
Let's see.
Did you click on it yet?
It is just to their channel. Okay. I was concerned. Also, I just realized that made me lose my place in my list. Oh no! All right.
So shout outs to Ace of Spades, right?
Yep. Great channel. Great people. We'll be seeing them at regionals in Chicago and hanging out with them. Going to be fun. Feed's going to eat a card sleeve I bring him.
What card sleeve are we going to bring?
I don't know yet. Maybe an Osmodai one.
But why would you do that to your Osmodai sleeve?
I'll find one of my broken ones.
Fair enough.
Feed, if you ever watch this,
Be
or I guess DBR, tell Feed that he's going to eat one of my sleeves. All right, so
Uh-oh. Is it Buddy Tubers?
It totally is.
All right, let's see where this is going.
All right, the description. I decided to make us Buddy Tubers into adventurers because it would be a cool thing of them to do just to notice us, senpai.
Let's get it.
All right, first card is Master Pickpocket Jacob. Boom, I'm the first card.
Wait. Hold on.
Yeah.
Say the name one more time.
Master Pickpocket.
That is a huge troll.
It's because I steal their hearts.
You're as blind as a bat. You couldn't
Wait.
steal you.
Let me do that again. So someone can screen cap it for memes.
No.
Rejected.
No, that's what they're gonna screenshot. Just me smacking the heart away.
Okay, hang on. I just started reading the card. Master Pickpocketer Jacob. Dungeon World, Danger World. Adventurer, Godpunk, Buddy Tuber.
I think you missed a very important dual world aspect that he should have really have been. Should have been Magic World, and it should have been 72 pillars.
Clearly should have been Tri-World.
No,
No?
you just want to be. It should have been Osmodai Notice Me Senpai Jacob.
Power 2,000, so I'm pretty weak. Any comment on that?
No.
2,000 defense, or 2,000, 2 critical, not 2,000 critical, Jacob. And 3,000 defense.
Hitting crossbow?
Yep. I could be crossbowed, turns out. Pay 1 gauge and put the top card of your deck into this card's soul.
Oh, 2 crossbows.
2 crossbow. Double crossbow me. When this card attacks and deals damage to your opponent or destroys a monster, draw a card. If this card link attacks with another adventurer or godpunk, your opponent discards 1 card and you draw 1. What? Are you telling me it link attacks with another card and you force the opponent to discard a card and you draw 2 and it's not once per turn?
Wait, you draw 2 or 1?
You draw 2. 1 for the plunder effect. They're going to have to bring Obstruct back because I'm that good.
It's a good name. It's a good name.
You skipped ahead, you dirty. But comments on me, am I broken?
No, you're hitting crossbow worthy.
Oh.
That's all you are to me.
Night of the introduction, Dalton, hit it.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Dalton. Back at it again with that introduction.
So Dalton is a size 2 monster. Are you saying I'm smaller than him? I'm confused.
Of course. But my statue.
Let's get off of that. Dungeon World, your Danger World again.
I'm gonna be a dual golem.
Adventurer, Dual Golem, Buddy Tuber.
I knew it.
5,000 power, 2 crit, 5,000 defense. Pay 2 gauge and 2 life. If there is another Dual Golem on the field, reduce this card's size by 1.
Oh, this is busted. It's busted.
When this card attacks! My voice just cracked.
Voice crack. All right.
When this card attacks, choose a card on the field and give it critical +2. If this card link attacks, stand a Dual Golem or Adventurer. Then put this card into the drop zone and pay 2 life.
I am broken AF.
We all must be broken.
Dude, that is nasty. Just here's an extra 2 crit, my guy.
I would also very much like a card for Feed called Feed Eater of Sleeves, please.
With the please at the end of there, too?
No.
Because that rhymed.
Oh, it does. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
All right.
Gonna spit some hot bars here. Ready? Next, we have 100 Demons Art Sorceress Anima. Anima Cartuna, that's referring to... I don't have a link or anything to send to, but it's the only one on this list that isn't us. So,
yeah.
Size 0, Dungeon World, 100
Kato-kun's
Demon.
just like, why Dougal?
Wait. Dungeon World / 100 Demon. Adventurer / 100 Demon. Is 100 Demon considered a world type? And I thought it was only attribute.
It's only attribute.
Okay, so that's it is a little boo-boo here.
Because it's a flag.
Yep. Power 1,000, critical 1, defense 2,000. Rough sketch. When this card link attacks, destroy this card. If you do, search your deck for any 100 Demon or Adventurer, then you may call it during this battle phase by paying its call cost.
You know, I thought I was broken. Then you read that card. And why wouldn't you play me in Dual Golems? Like, come on, let's be real. If I was, just imagine if Dual Golems had a card like me. Ooh. That'd be all I'd play.
All right, so how do you rate your totally non-biased rating on this archetype that has you as a broken card in it?
6.5.
Oh, interesting. Why's that?
It's good. It's just we may never know if Bushi will notice us.
I'm going to give it a 6.5 as well for a different reason. I think the cards themselves are really cool and very flavorful. Where's the synergy? We're buddy tubers. We work together, right? We collab
It's also
with each
link
other.
attacks with adventurers.
Yeah, but like, I don't know.
Let's be real here. You know, it's kind of like when they made that the revamped adventurers. It's like, yeah, sure, you can play them in adventurers, but let's be real. Play them in their other worlds.
Yes. Also, it's funny that we both ended up being Danger World cards.
Yeah, you really should have been a 72 pillar.
Yeah, both are cool though.
Both would be cool. Maybe there's another form of you. It's Paper Jacob.
It's an evolution.
It's Paper Jacob. Paper Jacob's the 72 pillar. That would have been cool if you would have done Jacob and Paper Jacob. It would have been.
All right, ready for the next one? We got to move on a little faster, just because like it's been forever. So this one is also from the DBR. Oh no, it's a continuation.
Perfect! Paper Jacob, where are you? Speed Robo, calling it. DBR and Ace of Spades.
Let's find out.
Or no, Master Will 3.
We have never done a continuation before, so we are breaking the rules just for you. It's not even necessarily. Third Master of Rant, Will. Shout out to Master Will 3.
Oh, yes, let's get it.
Burn that hara hara when you get to 100 subs. You only need, what, like 48 more? Get them.
Get them there, guys. Get them there.
Size 1, Dungeon World, Legend World, Adventurer, Toilet, Buddy Tuber.
Legend World, Adventure World. Oh, jeez. I'm breaking worlds already.
He's a Toilet, Buddy Tuber Adventurer.
Is that trying to say something right there?
I did a live stream with him, yesterday? Yeah, last night. Link in our Discord and everything. It was fun. And he did describe himself as a living, breathing human toilet.
Interesting.
So fourth.
Wait. Where's the fairy archetype?
We forgot about fairy. 0 out of 10. Unsub. 4,000 power, 2 critical, 1,000 defense. When this card link attacks with an adventurer or toilet, nullify all abilities on your opponent's field, then return them to hand. For each card returned to hand, you gain 1 life.
I'm sorry. I have to disagree with the whole nullifying of abilities. That's not how toilets work.
But could it be?
If he was a star, then I could understand it.
Oh.
But he's a toilet.
He's still really good.
Yes. But it breaks the toilet mold. If they have a mold.
So card number 2 is Buddy Tuber's Weapon Camera Gun. In this case, ours are cannons, so...
Is it Do World 2 or just...
it is not. It is dungeon only.
Dang, it would have been perfect for Katana World.
Is it dungeon? Oh, because of the camera guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that and because canon.
Oh, yeah. Dungeon World, Buddy Tuber Adventurer. Item, Power 5,000, Critical 0. If your buddy is a Buddy Tuber, you may use this card in any flag.
Okay, what's the rest of the effect?
When a Buddy Tuber monster's effect activates, this card gains plus 1,000 power and plus 1 critical.
Can it attack through the center if you have a Buddy Tuber?
Not.
Just trying to break
it. Card number 3. I ran out of ideas here. Thanks for going all the way. Good job. Could have given us a speed robo who's also a water.
Why wasn't I water? There's too many archetypes I should have been. So that was good. So
take the same ratings from before.
Same. What's next? TBR Trolls us has another 3 cards waiting.
I gotta check. Okay, no, it isn't. Good,
Okay.
good, good. This is from Amir Tanzim. Tamzim. I'm not sure. Either or. Whatever your name is. No offense.
Offense taken.
Kronos Command Empire Assemble. This deck is designed to constantly return cards from the field or drop zone to the hand or deck to gain advantage. The flag itself represents a giant clock and allows you to forward time to draw again. The higher the cards in the flag's soul, the more dangerous and aggressive the deck becomes. But the maximum soul cards is 12. So I'm immediately scared because it's Chrono and Dragon, and I'm getting Gear Chronicle flashbacks, man.
But it's 12 o'clock
That means it's time for bed.
in the afternoon.
That means it's time for bed. First card, Kronos Command Empire. That's the flag. Start the game with 1 gauge, 1 card under this flag's soul, 4 hand cards, and 10 life. And you may use cards with Chrono in their text. In their text sounds really weird. Should probably just say attributes. And
I think they're trying to implement Vanguard.
they just might be, clearly. During your draw phase, after you charge and draw, you may Chrono charge 1. Put a card from your hand into this card's soul and draw 1 card. You may do this once per draw phase. This card can have a maximum of 12 soul cards. If this card has 6 or more Chrono Trigger, like the game, your cards cannot be destroyed by...
Also think of this. Cursed Dragons against that deck. Oh, you have 12 cards in your souls already. I haven't done anything.
If this card has 6 or more Chrono Trigger, your cards cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. If this card has 12 Chrono Trigger, remove 6 Chrono Trigger at the end of your turn, and you gain another turn. Oh, jeez.
That's a clever way to do it. In my opinion.
Also, please don't call them Chrono Triggers, because all you see is just the game Chrono Trigger for the Super Nintendo.
That too.
Sample card number 2. Chrono Mage Apostle. Monster. Chrono Magician. Magic World. Size 2. 7,000 power. 1 critical. 1,000 defense. Flavor text. I will return you to absolute nothingness.
Yeah.
Call cost. Pay 1 gauge. If your Chrono Trigger is 3 or greater, reduce the size of this monster by 1. When this card battles, you may return a card from your drop zone to the bottom of the deck. If you do, return a monster from your field to the bottom of the deck. Or monster from the field, not your field. Sorry. Then, if your Chrono Trigger is at 3 or greater, put the top card of your deck into your gauge and draw 1 card. Double attack. So, it's already letting you gauge and draw twice and bounce things.
Little busted. Getting a lot of Vanguard vibes too.
And it gets to be a size 1. Next, Chrono Dragonoid Cross Dragoon. Monster. Neo Dragon. Chrono Dragon. Star Dragon World. Dragon World. Okay, so it's a dual world card as well.
They missed the best archetype for that card.
Cosmo Dragoon?
Yes.
Power 8,000. 2 critical, 5,000 defense. This is the future me and my buddy will create together. That's the flavor text, if you didn't catch that. Pay 2 gauge and put the top card of your deck into this card's soul. This card gains 1,000 power and 1 critical for each Chrono Trigger.
Shout out for Roxas for $2. We gotta check out the world he sent.
All right. We'll do that. We'll be doing that. Yes. Let's see. Chrono Accel Evolution. Looks like a keyword. And it doesn't say what it does. So, counter. Put 1 Chrono Trigger into the drop zone to activate this ability. Put cards from the top of your deck into the drop zone until you get a card with Dragoon in its name with a different name than this card, and call it on top of this card without paying its call cost. And you gain life It says life points. Is this Yu-Gi-Oh? Equal to the number of cards sent to the drop zone by this effect. Double attack Soul Guard. Woo! I think I need a breather from reading that. What do you think?
It's very reminiscent of Gear Chronicle in Vanguard in some aspects, in my opinion. Even though I never really played Gear Chronicle or anything like that. I do like its turn gainer. It does seem fair. You can't really at least it doesn't seem like you can overuse it. I think it's fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe except for the size 2 that's
It's
size
pretty
1.
complicated, though. I will
It is.
say that.
It is. It's probably going to be more of a higher tier type deck, but still, you still need those.
I would not play it.
Of course you wouldn't.
Nope. First of all, I won't play anything anymore that starts the game with 4 cards in hand. That's just a no-no for Jacob.
What? You almost actually topped with one of them.
Well, I got top 3.
I was talking about topping.
Oh, it doesn't matter unless it's first place.
Exactly. Wait,
Um,
what does this mean?
No, but it was okay. I was not super into it. I will give it a 6. It's a little too wordy, a little too complicated, and a little too much like Gear Chronicle IMO, but that's just me.
Oh, Jacob.
Yeah?
Let's look at this.
Get out of here. Thanks for the memes.
No, did you read the names?
Yes, I did. So can you tell us what you think about it?
What now?
The last archetype. Give it a rating.
I give it a 5.5.
Okay.
I just don't know how well it's gonna a full. That wouldn't be a clan, but an archetype from Vanguard would transfer over, because that's what it seems like to me. So it could be interesting, but we'd have to see if Bushi ever does that.
All right, so our next one.
No, go find the world.
What world? What?
From Roxas.
Oh, I thought we were just. Oh, you want me to do that one next? Next? Oh no. Now I gotta find it. The one problem I have is I don't know which one it is. Ah. What did the text on the thing say? Like Sosa?
So
yeah.
Sota. Remember SO. Yeah, Sosa.
Okay, so it says this was created by someone named Fee from a long time ago, when Buddyfight was like still at just the transition between season 1 and season 2.
Okay.
Okay. So, Sosa World was once a world of peace. The world was filled with many different creatures that all lived for the sole purpose of maintaining harmony and progress through its residents. The world has no need to start wars or conflicts with the other worlds, focusing more on scientific and spiritual progress. Science and magic both come together in this land, allowing for many discoveries to be made, including the power to manifest cards as reality and how to view cards' alternate side. The piece, however, did not oh, Jesus Christ. I will stop reading there because there's like 4 more paragraphs.
Did you finish one paragraph?
Yes.
And did you start reading a second paragraph?
No.
Are you sure?
Wait. There are 3 paragraphs. You know what? I'm just going to power through it. Suddenly, and without any warning, a dark force descended on Sosa World. The darkness seeped into the bodies of its residents, turning them against each other. As the residents fought against their own people, Sosa World took a serious toll, destroying its once great cities and reducing them to dark, cursed lands, mere shadows of what it once stood as a great civilization. Its magic powers became the deadly, more dangerous. Sosa World slowly lost all its magic, and curses became more common amongst its residents. Entities of great power became darker, and most lost whatever sense of reason they once had, simply knowing nothing but madness and destruction. destruction. Eventually, the Dark Power, having acquired what it came for, left the world in a ruined state, leaving Sosa World as the shadow of its former glory. Its citizens still locked in forever fighting, using cursed powers and demons rising to fight. Its royal family was not spared the dangers the world now contained, and the spirits of the family remained in the world, forced to wander the remains of their once great world. A new power eventually descended on Sosa World with a much different agenda than the Dark Forces. These new arrivals saw Sosa World, its fallen state, and the chaos that it was caught in. The mechanical beings made a vow as the representation of Sosa World to defend it and help it rebuild it. Thus, the Star Seekers were formed and granted the spirits of the strong and the good to fight alongside them, including those of the royal family. Members of the family who chose not to merge with the Star Seekers were given the chance of resurrection. Till this day, Sosa World still doesn't know what the Dark Power came for, nor why it even left, but should it return, they will be ready. You read the actual cards. I want to take a breather.
Poison Witch Petal. Size 1 monster, 2000 power, 2 crit, 2000 defense, Sosa World. Attribute is Spirit. It would be in set 1 of ZBTO01, number 18.
Yet.
Double rare, and it also has an SP. Flavor on the double rare is, oh, this bottle, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. In life, I was an alchemist, but now I'm much more wiser and stronger. Ability, Act, pay 1 gauge. Once per turn, you may pay the cost. If you do, select one monster on the field and give it double attack. Then that monster loses 3000 power. This change is permanent, meaning it will last as long as the monster remains on field.
Okay.
So what do you think of that?
I barely heard anything. I was hyperventilating.
Size 1, with
Yep.
the axe skill of paying a gauge. Once per turn, you may pay the cost. If you do, select a monster on the field and give it double attack. Then it loses 3000 power as long as it's on the field. So once it leaves the field, then its stats are restored.
Okay. So, like, gaining double attack in exchange for stats.
So see, I can see this being trouble for, say, I can't think of his name. Cerberus. The size 6,
Oh,
because it has what, quadruple attack?
yes.
Oh, here's a double attack for you. No more quad. You ready for the next one?
Yes.
Extinction Bringer 2 for on. Yes. Size 2 monster, 3000 power, 1 crit, 3000 defense. Spirit, flavor text. My destruction will never end, even among the dead. Call cost, pay 2 gauge. Act when this card enters the field, choose 2 monsters on the field with the same keywords. Destroy those cards and gain 1 life. That's kind of cool.
So you have to match the keywords?
Yeah.
Huh.
So, I'm trying to think of, were there any size 1s with double attack
Couple, but not many.
that also had a size 2 with double attack at least?
I don't know.
It's pretty neat, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially in that transition period from OG to 100. The third card. Spirit from Another World, Marie. Size 1 monster, 4000 power, 1 crit, 2000 power. It's a rare. World jumping is quite fun, though the transformations are a little annoying every time. Ability. When this card enters the field, you may pay a gauge and give a monster on the field double attack. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
It is definitely interesting seeing the difference in like how the cards were designed then versus now. Because like if I was just given that not knowing that it was designed a long time ago, I'd be like, wow, that's underwhelming, right?
Well, of course now, but it does seem pretty cool.
Mechanic, maybe worth redoing it now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely see a revamped, maybe an Ace Ready version. But yeah, here's your phone back.
Thanks.
You know, for that time period, it could probably work with Thundermine. No way. Huh. I'd probably give it for its time frame. Honestly, like an 8. It seemed like it'd be a pretty cool control deck. Kind of weird and kind of interesting on how it would work.
All right. I will give it a 5.5 in its current state, and if it were ever updated, a much higher.
T-shirt shaking in their boots.
What about you?
What?
What would you give it number-wise?
You do know I ended off on that, right?
Shh, I did not listen to that because I was busy checking the name on the next one. All right, moving on. Our next one's from Vulcan again.
Vulcan-chan?
Yep, Vulcan. Thanks for the second archetype. And this one is not more math.
Dang it.
Virus Club Riot are a gang of monsters from Star Dragon World that are infected with the mysterious Riot virus. These monsters often have mutations that grant them strange powers, but often affect the cards in front of them. Wow. In parentheses, wow, this is just reverse D-share. I like the humor. Okay, so the first one, Crimson Rust Dragon. Star Dragon World, size 1, VCR/Dragon. VCR, I guess, the Virus Club Riot, but all I can think of is a VCR player.
That's the pun.
Oh, they're all Transformers. VCR/Dragon, 4,000 power, 2 crit, 1,000 defense. Don't overdo it, you'll bleed out, is the text.
Ooh.
Virus. Monsters in front of this card gain the following text. All monsters and items on your field get minus 3,000 power.
Ooh. Oh, it's almost like in a sense, straw metals and LDOs kind of mixed together in
with
a sense.
A little bit of Yatagarasu. Old Kachina guy who rests, like
Yeah.
where the columns actually mattered. Yeah. Okay, so second card. Sudden Mutation, Star Dragon World spell, VCR. This virus of ours is ... unstable. Call cost, pay 1 gauge. Jacob dropped a thing. Counter, choose a card with virus on your field and choose up to 2 different cards with virus in your drop zone. The card on your field gains the virus abilities of those cards in your drop zone until the end of turn.
So the written text of the virus or the virus giving ability?
The virus giving ability.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
How would you like that if they translated that to an LDO card?
Like a reverse D-share?
Yeah, so no, it's like choose an LDO on your field and it also means the D
I got you. I got
2
you.
of your D in the drop.
You think Hara was the problem? Master Will 3 has another rant coming.
Pandemic Riot Dragon Plague. Dragon, Star Dragon World size 2. Sorry. There was a break there that I did not realize. Pandemic Riot Dragon, Plague Dragon. I love the double dragon. That's what threw me off.
Dragon?
Yeah. It's the Dragon. Star Dragon World size 2, VCR/Dragon, so it's a triple dragon. 6,000 power, 2 crit, 6,000 defense. Pay a gauge and put the top card of your deck into this card's soul. Sheesh, what a pain, parentheses, for you. That's the flavor text. Virus. Monsters in front of this card gain the following text. This card has minus 5,000 defense.
Oh.
Counteract. Riot Pandemic. Pay a gauge and 2 life. If you do, for this turn, your virus abilities affect all monsters and items on the opponent's field instead of the monsters in front of it. So it guaranteed spreads it out like D-Share does.
Well, I was thinking more as a virus has spread it.
And Soul Guard and Move on top of that.
Neat. I like this one. I like this one.
You summarize first.
I summarize first. Just basically being a reverse D-share.
When you thought LDOs were fun, but you wanted to be a dick about it.
Basically. It seems fun. Let me talk!
No. threw a Kill la Kill deck box at me. What even was? He threw a Baku core at me.
All right. So, seems pretty cool. I feel like it'd be an interesting mechanic to have, even in Ace. Just kind of see how that would work against Astro Dragons and just LDOs themselves. I think it would be pretty cool to just have in general. Just kind of having this negative but positive kind of deck going on for you. So I'd have to give it, honestly, it just seems so interesting and I just want to play it. Probably a 9 because it seems fairly balanced for all the effects and the boss card seems fantastic. So, yeah.
I am a sucker for stat reductions. I always have been. So I will give this an 8. Mate, 8 out of 8. Actually, 8 out of 10.
So 8 out of 8. Congratulations.
Actually,
that's basically a 10 out of 10.
I'm sorry. 8 out of 10. Not bad. I like it. What's next?
I don't know. What's next?
Oh, yeah, I have the list. Number second to last.
Second to last.
This is from Cheshire Hatter of Hearts. So you know how the Omnilords all had specific attributes for their respective worlds? What if we inverted them? Not inverse Omnilords, but Omnilords of different attributes than the ones we had. And in turn, make a whole new cast of Omnilords with new effects for the worlds they go in.
So if I got that right, so drum wouldn't be the drum equivalent, because we have to use drum, wouldn't be an armor dragon. It would be a
Dragon Knight. Or a Shadow Dragon.
Shadow dragons wouldn't have existed. Nice try.
They can now.
How would you well, I guess we have to get into the cards to see.
Yeah, I think it's a neat concept at the very least.
Let's see what the cards are.
The first one. First Omni Ninja Lord, Wanderer the Gold.
Live stream's over. This is the best by far.
10 out is this like
infinity out
ring to us? How many times have we said that Wanderer the Gold's like one of the coolest cards in all Buddyfight?
At least 5 times.
Yeah. So this is clearly just pandering.
If you want to get an infinite out of 10, there you go.
So interestingly enough, he's not a size 3 anymore. He's a size 2 now. He started Weight Watchers.
Interesting. They changed the size.
Power 7,000. Defense 4,000. Critical 3. Ninja, Kachina World. Omnilord. Pay 2 gauge. When this card attacks alone, it may instead attack all monsters on your opponent's field. Remote distribution. During your opponent's turn, when you cast a Ninja Arts, deal 1 damage to your opponent for each monster on their field.
I like it.
So that last ability won't work outside of Kachina World, but you could still run it in other worlds just as a multi-attacker.
This is true, but it's quite nice. I like it.
It would have been cool if they had given him, like, because when the first one came out, he essentially had exactly Spectral Strike, but Spectral Strike didn't exist yet.
Right.
They should have given him Spectral Strike.
I like it.
And then you could have ran him in your Spectral Strike deck in Darkness Dragon World. All right, so second card. Third Omni Hope Lord, or I just hate this. Orker Glazer?
Orca Huga?
Or Orker Glazer? I know him. You know him. He's like the one adventurer who's like a hothead. He's from Team G4? Whatever it is. With the one with the bread ninja, his friend. He's got like reddish hair.
I
know him.
have no idea.
Okay. This card can link Omnilord. Sorry, I skipped all this stuff. Size 1, 6,000 power, 1,000 defense, 2 critical. First of all, this would actually be the first ever size 1 Omnilord. We've never had one.
This is true.
6/1/2 Dungeon World Adventurer. Omnilord. When this card link attacks with an adventurer, both it and the attacking card gain +1 critical until the end of turn. When this card is destroyed, Play rock, paper, scissors with your opponent.
Oh no.
If you win, call this card onto the field. Penetrate.
But what if you lose?
Then it stays in the drop zone. But if you win, you get to call him back.
Okay. Okay.
He's okay. I noticed that they seem to have that. This ability only works in their main world, but the rest work everywhere.
Which I guess could have been a cool thing for just all the Omnilords in
Are
general.
the rest of the abilities worth it enough to make them, worth
Playable,
running?
in other words. Yeah.
So far, probably not, to be fair. But they're still interesting.
I don't know. I would love a board wipe in any world.
Sample card 3. 7th Omni Willpower Lord Durandal. Item. Legend World.
Wait. Are we getting our first item?
We sure are. It's a day of firsts here. Item, Legend World, Hero, Weapon, 7,000 power, 1 critical. This card can be your buddy. Omni Lord. That's interesting right there, because you could have it as your buddy at 1 copy and then my buddy it. Right?
So it's 2 copy?
But how would my buddy work with an item that's not... I'm so confused.
Yes.
I think it'd actually be just fine, but I haven't read my buddy in like forever.
Yeah, because you basically you take that's where the whole you have to rest the card, replace it with the card in hand, and
destroy a hero item you have equipped. This card, wait, what? Equip cost. Sorry, that's what I missed. Destroy a hero item you have equipped.
Okay.
Okay, so how do you equip it in any other deck? If you have to destroy a hero item. This card cannot be destroyed nor returned to the hand. If you have 5 or more different hero monsters in your drop zone, this card gains triple attack and penetrate.
See, first off, it shouldn't say hero monsters. It should just say heroes, because that would really help it out. Yeah, that one's not that good.
No.
The other two sounded cool, and then Durandal, unfortunately,
all right, so
was disappointing.
I'll summarize first. These cards are rough and they need a little work. Concept-wise, I think you get a 10 out of 10. Execution-wise, you're getting like a 4. Because one...
Wait. Errata coming in from the creator.
Uh-oh.
So the call cost is actually any item.
Okay, so
it's not just hero.
All right, so now you can play it. I'm still going to only give it a 5 for the execution with a 10 out of 10 for concept, purely because the cards aren't very good. Like, actual raw strength-wise, I don't see much interest in playing them. Maybe in their main worlds, but I see virtually no reason that I would want to tech these into other decks.
Except for Wanderer.
Right. This is one of the really rare occasions where we're saying the deck's underpowered. The cards are underpowered. When normally, people like to throw everything to the wall and make them super broken. These need a buff.
Because I would be assuming this is going to be for like the 100 era type deal, right?
I don't know.
I would assume so.
Even at that time, I think they're a little underpowered.
I think Wanderer would be perfect.
Yeah, Wanderer would be fine, but the other two would probably need to be a bit better. Now, for now... okay,
yes,
so they were meant for the 100 era. Okay.
So yeah, Wanderer would still be perfect in that time frame. His first ability, I think, would make him be played in every single world.
Can you redo them for now for next time?
Or maybe redo them and put them in the...
Or give us
Discord?
3 of the other Omni Lords next time, or...
Something, who knows?
Yeah. Very cool concept. I like that better than anything, man.
Yeah, screw inverse.
We have one more. This is the final one.
Uno más.
One more. The gauntlet's almost done, Dalton. This is from... Well, thanks for memeing. I don't know what to say about this. Here's what it says, who it's from, and what they should share. Yeah.
Okay. Want to read that name there, Jacob?
No, I'm asking you to because I don't know what to say.
What? Bake Up Jones?
It is Bake Up Jones, like Jacob Jones, but they replaced it with a Mimi B. Thanks, I guess. And do you have something to promote? Blog, YouTube channel, social media, and it's Balton Ibuwaka. Thanks for memeing, but we still don't know who you are.
That's the joke.
I'm scared of what this is gonna be. Okay, so description. Servants will all be size 1 monsters, which allows 3 on the field at the same time, just like in FGO. FGO.
What?
FGO. Oh,
FGO.
no. Oh, please no. Oh, it's a reference. No. No. This is from Roxas. I knew it. Knew it. I don't care about your weeby sword anime game.
Fate Grand Order?
Yeah.
But Roxas put a question mark, so it's not Roxas.
Each one is organized by a class and is given a class-based ability or keyword. Each individual monster can gain a soul at the end of each player's turn, referencing the NP gauge on all servants. After getting 3 or more into your soul, you may use their noble phantasm for offense or defense.
Phantasm.
The first one.
I'm so bright.
You so bright.
I'm so bright. Bright like a diamond.
Shielder Mashu. I'm sure Mashu is a very important character, but it means nothing to us. 3,000 power, 2 crit, 3,000 defense. Legend World. Servant. Ability at the start of each player's turn. Put the top card of your deck into this card's soul. Counteract. When this card has 3 or more soul, you may put all cards from this card's soul into the drop zone. If you do, all damage are reduced by 2, and all servant monsters on your field get plus 6,000 defense. Soul Guard. So that means if you have 3 of these on board, they would have 21,000 defense at full strength.
Osmodai.
Uh-oh. Card number 2. Lancer I'm sorry, that just looks like it says scat. Scat hatch? Skosh hatch?
It's a scat man?
It's on the scat, man. Your attempt, sir.
Skost? I don't know how to. I don't remember how to do that.
Skathash.
Skoth.
Steve.
But it's definitely from Fate.
Which I've never done anything with ever. I know less about it than Common Rider, and that's saying something. 6,000 power, 2 critical, 1,000 defense on a size 1. Legend World. Servant. Pay 1 gauge. At the end of each player's turn, put the top card of your deck into this card's soul. When this card has 3 or more souls, put all cards from this card's soul into the drop zone. If you do, put all cards from the soul of a card in your opponent's center into the drop zone. Destroy a monster on your opponent's center and deal 3 damage to your opponent. Soul Guard. Penetrate.
Rolling Stone?
Rolling Stone.
Rolling Stone. Rolling Stone.
Loyalty? No, Chest Break. No, Loyalty.
What are you trying?
A single soul? Loyalty.
Loyalty.
Yeah.
Chest Break doesn't mess with souls.
That's right. Next, Ruler, Joan of Arc. Size 1. 4, 2, 7. Legend World. Servant. Pay a gauge. At the end of each player's turn, put the top card of your deck into this card's soul. When this card has 3 or more soul, you may put all cards from this card's soul into the drop zone. If you do, until the end of your opponent's next turn, all cards on the field cannot be destroyed and you cannot be dealt damage. Soul Guard. 0 out of 10.
It seems cool, but it might be a little too overpowered. Because if we go from ace standards and you get the full
0
board,
out of 10.
we get the full board, right? So you're at 21,000 defense, right? Right? Reclarifying, it's 21,000 defense?
Yes.
Okay, so LDOs can get through that. Maxes can get through that. Magic
World.
Mystic Knights, and he lost. Shenanigans with Garga. Only like 5 things can get through that.
0 out of 10.
Gonna give it a 3. It seems to be a little too overpowered, but who knows? They might be predicting the future. Ace 2.
All right, well, that is all the cards we have to talk about today. Thank you so much for sending us your ideas for us to criticize on the internet and make fun of you. We seriously do
Fun.
appreciate
What are you
it.
talking about? I got a broken card, man.
Yeah, no, we make fun of them, just not on the internet. We laugh about all their cards after the fact.
When did we start doing that?
Now.
That's not in my contract.
If you guys want to see us do another one that's not over a week late, let us know. If you want to see more fan card content, whether it be more reviews of stuff or matches with like fan cards or anything.
You know what we should do?
What?
Not another fan card live stream, but a meme live stream.
A meme? What do you mean?
Well, we got a bunch of memes today
We'll
about the live
We'll
stream.
do a submit your Buddyfight memes to us.
Exactly. I think that would be pretty lit.
Either way, if you guys want to see more stuff where we're taking your guys' submissions and reviewing them and all that stuff, you need to show some love to this live stream. If you're watching this during, make sure you've already liked this, please. It helps more people see it. And show some real love to it if you're watching this after the fact. And send us some more later, I guess. We've got an entire Discord channel for it, right?
Send us your memes in the Discord.
Yeah.
I got the people hyped for a meme live stream.
Is this meme
So-
review?
Make sure to follow us on Instagram. If you want to post your meme on Instagram, make sure to tag us. Join our Discord. Check out our shop. Should I mention the other thing?
Which thing?
The Patreon.
Yeah.
Join our Patreon if you'd love to show us some support. Video is coming out tomorrow. Don't worry. You will get your information for it soon. And Jacob, any last words to close it out?
I'm still sick.
Thanks. Also, Jacob, job for you. Make a meme channel.
Make him.
And above all else, stay classy, y'all.
Join Dalton and Jacob as they discuss the ever-changing world of trading card games. TCG Buzz starts now.